Now, let's discuss another method of factoring which is called factoring perfect square trinomials. So, ano ba yung mga perfect square trinomials? A trinomial is a perfect square trinomial if the following conditions are satisfied. So, unahin po natin i-discuss po yung mga conditions na to kasi mahalaga to para malaman kung ang trinomial ba ay perfect square trinomial. Number one condition is that the first term and the last term are positive and perfect squares. So, yun po yung number one condition. Number two, the middle term is 2 or negative 2 times the product of the square roots of the first and last term. So, apply natin tong uh, properties na to para malaman kung yung mga nandito ba ay perfect square trinomial or not. Okay, let's identify whether the given is a perfect square trinomial or not. Number 1 is x squared plus 2x plus 1. So, sa condition 1, si first term ay perfect square, correct, tsaka positive. Si last term ay perfect square, tsaka positive. Okay, so check natin, square root ng x squared is x, square root ng 1 is 1. So, pag pinag-times, tapos, it's 2 or negative 2 times, base dito. So, pag tinimes siya ng 2, so that's equal to 2x. Dahil 2x yung lumabas, therefore, si number 1 ay perfect square trinomial. Okay, now punta tayo sa number 2 kung perfect square trinomial ba siya. So, condition 1, perfect square po si 4x squared. So, correct. Perfect square at positive. Si last term, so correct. Square root ng 4x squared is 2x. Square root ng 1 is 1. So, pag pinag-times, times 2 or negative 2, so that's equal to 4x. So, satisfied pa rin po dito. That means si number 2 ay perfect square trinomial. What about number 3? Tingnan natin. So, si 16x squared, positive at perfect square. So, okay. Si 9 ay positive at perfect square. So, okay. Square root nito is 4x times square root ng 9 is 3. So, it's 2 or negative 2 times. So, pag tinimes ng negative 2, that is negative 24x. So, okay pa rin yung ating gitna. That means number 3 is a perfect square trinomial. Now, punta tayo sa number 4. Si x squared ay positive at perfect square. Si negative 9, okay, so matik dito, hindi kasi positive yung last term. So, may na-violate na isa, so that means si number 4 ay not a perfect square trinomial. Now, punta tayo sa number 5. 25a squared, so perfect square. Si 4 ay positive, perfect square din. So, check natin yung gitna kung tama. Square root ng 25a squared is 5a. Square root ng 4 is equal to 2. So, it's 2 or negative 2 times. So, dahil negative, try natin ang negative 2. So, pag pinag-times, that is negative 20a. O, dahil sakto naman doon, that means number 5 is a perfect square trinomial. So, dito sa part na to, paano mo lang ma-identify kung perfect square trinomial siya or hindi. So, kapag perfect square trinomial na siya, paano po ang factoring technique niyan? So, number 1. Si number 1 ba ay perfect square trinomial? Okay, correct. Perfect square trinomial. So, ang factors nito, ganito lang po kasimple. Ang pagpa-factor po niyan. Square root ng x squared is x. Copy the sign of the middle term. Square root ng 1 is of course 1. So, ito na po ang factors niya. So, the factors are x plus 1 and x plus 1. By the way, pwede rin po natin itong isulat as x plus 1 times quantity x plus 1. Basta perfect square trinomial po siya na pwedeng i-apply yan. What about number 2? Is it a perfect square trinomial? Okay, yes. Kung perfect square trinomial siya, factors are square root po ng x squared is x. Copy the sign of the middle term. Square root ng 4 is 2. So, ang factors natin, yan. Pwede rin natin siyang isulat as x minus 2 times x minus 2. So, these are the factors. For number 3, perfect square trinomial. Yes, perfect square trinomial. So, ang factors natin, square root ng a squared is a. Copy the sign of the middle term na negative. Square root ng 25b squared is 5b. So, quantity a minus 5b squared. Or, we have a minus 5b times a minus 5b. So these are the factors. Okay, let's have some more examples involving factoring trinomials or perfect square trinomials. So ano kaya ang factors ni number 4? So ito po ay perfect square trinomial, so pwedeng i-apply. So square root ng 4a squared is 2a. Copy the sign of the middle term na plus. Square root ng 1 is 1. So these are the factors. Or we can have 2a plus 1 times quantity 2a plus 1. So these are the factors. For number 5 is also a perfect square trinomial kasi positive po itong first and last term tsaka perfect square. Yung gitna, kasi ito 4x times 5 is 20x times negative 2. So satisfied naman yung given. So ang factors nito are square root ng 16x squared is 4x. Copy the sign of the middle term. Square root ng 25 is 5 squared. Or this can be rewritten as 4x minus 5 times quantity 4x minus 5. So these are the factors. I hope na intindihan ang factoring perfect square trinomials. That's all. Thank you for watching.